Take one. Cameras roll.
Action.
25, take one.
You should come back to my house for a while.
5, take one.
What have I done now?
I don't care about the fucking surf.
Hello.
She's Barbie and I'm Alison.
And she's a producer and I'm the director of the short film Surf Check. And you're watching the making of Surf Check.
Well, there's not a lot going on this morning. It's as flat as pancakes. Definitely not worth getting out of bed for.
Thanks, Frank.
I was living with a woman called Emma Hardman who had written a short story for the Nicholas Shand short story competition. And I remember I was proofreading it all the time from her writing it, and I was giving her ideas and we were back and forthing a bit. And anyway, it won the Nicholas Shand short story comp, and I read it at a performance party one night because she didn't want to read it. And then I thought, this will make a great short film. And so then I decided to make it into a short film and wrote a first draft and showed it to Larry Buttrose, who's a friend of mine, and then that's just how it started really. I was just inspired really by the beautiful story that she wrote and the heart in it, and the surfing also, because I'm quite passionate about surfing. So I was like, I want to make a surf film. Surf Check spans over 3 days of a young partner's life. Rowan and Michelle, brought together by their love of the sea, share a passion for surfing and a carefree lifestyle.
I haven't done a lot of film before, so it was my first big film thing.
I can't take you anymore.
That's a bit rough, isn't it?
You have a responsibility to us, to me. Can't you see that?
I've mainly just done theatre, and it was a totally different scene, you know.
5, take 4.
Sorry. Sorry, can we do one more? Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Just the whole film thing, having to do it over and over again. And
Rowan, things have to change.
I feel like shit.
26, take 1.
Directing Surf Check was one of the most difficult things I've ever done, and one of the most amazing things I've ever done, because I was pretty much directing a cast and crew of 20 people, and it was like being in the epicenter of a storm, but it was a wonderfully creative storm.
Go like this!
I enjoyed doing Rowan. It showed me so much about myself. Both the similarities, you know, in some way, everybody's got similarities and everyone's got major differences.
Michelle. Mish. Talk to me.
It was good. It was like seeing a little bit of a mirror without it being too close, if you know what I mean.
It's Jim's farewell, remember? I have to be there. Who's going to take care of Green? Who's the boys?
Hey, Rowan, I never go out anymore.
it was a bit depressing. But I don't know, yeah, there was a lot there to play with, and a lot that I could relate to, actually. Everyone feels those emotions of resentment, and like I've not with the baby, but I've been in that situation before of just wanting, you know, wanting something that you're not getting.
64, take 4.
Can't take Rain to the pub.
I got to be a prima donna.
That was good, Nathan. Take cut.
Can we get the odd glass clunk and a bit of other fluff?
Leaf was excellent. She worked really hard. She was very self-conscious of how she was working.
Nathan we didn't make any kind of connection outside of the screen, which I probably would have liked, you know, like we didn't talk about it, but on set he was there, you know, when he was in character, when the camera was rolling, he was there for it, so that was good.
Here she was, this groovy young chick who was into surfing and had this really nice little story that she wanted to make into a film. I found it very easy to get caught up in her excitement about the idea. We talked to each other over the space of a year, probably, on and off, and that's probably the part of the process that I love the most, is just imagining how you're going to realise what's on the page, how you're going to make it come to life. It was challenging for me working with an inexperienced crew, limited resources in terms of lights mainly. You know, it would have been great to have a gaffer and, you know, really be able to go to town to create the atmosphere that we wanted to.
No pink in this old shitty country, it's all goddamn Beach Street.
Hi Steve.
Hi Bobby.
Ended up working with Stephen Shearer really closely, and it was really good. Like, he made beautiful footage. He's really talented. It was really fun working with him. He was very committed. He's still a surfer, like, you know, he'd be late or he'd forget things and all that stuff.
I really enjoyed working with Bo Young because he's a world champion. It was a really great opportunity just to have him there, you know, and, you know, just to be able to work with him and know he was there just for you. That was really, you know, that was a nice feeling. That was pretty special.
It's not.
Angela too, she was really great, and you know, she's really become a little surf star herself. It's always good to be in there with someone who's just sort of starting out like that, you know.
Quiet on set, everybody, quiet on set. I actually quite enjoyed yelling at people and telling them what to do.
Come on, mate, get your hand off it.
Gee, come on, we're waiting. Come on, Ron, I'm thirsty. Give me a second. Hello, our catering's late again. Oh God, we'll have to reschedule lunch for about 3 o'clock. Woo! Always behind schedule.
My name is Ozzy. I was the camera assistant on Surfcheck.
Ozzy, I think, was one of the most valuable members of the crew for me because he was there the whole time. He was doing the role of lighting, gaffer, camera assistant, everything, and clapperboard. So he's been fantastic. He's also been doing the titles, the credits, the cover, special effects, and he's very calm and easy to work with. He never loses his cool. I'm just so grateful that Ozzy has been a part of Surfcheck.
The women, they were all so beautiful, very sexy, all of them.
This is my film. Mine.
Working with Barbie, editing Surfcheck is a very interesting and challenging experience because she's got very firm ideas of what she wants, but the great thing is she also listens to you as well. So we work very well together as editor, because sometimes I'd say, look, I want to do this, and you go, no, that's crap. And I said, well, no, hang on, listen, because of this affects that, so you should do that. And she goes, oh yes, okay. And other times I'll say, what about this? Absolutely no way, okay. And I realise, you know, sometimes you're just bringing your own baggage to the project, and you have to sort of, you know, respect the director at all times.
It's just very sort of 1970s meets Byron Bay. It's great.
She's got such panache and style with her colour.
I've always had a reputation as a wardrobe mistress, so it was great to pull all my bits and pieces out.
We used heaps of her cool surf props.
I loved all the boys. They were just really hot. And all the being down the beach, like I really felt like I was on Baywatch. That was really funky.
I was really nervous about the whole weather setup. You had very specific needs for the script in terms of weather conditions, wave conditions, and I think it was just amazing that we basically got what we wanted when we wanted it.
It was the active nature, whether the surf was going to be up, whether the weather was going to be good, whether the weather was going to be bad. And also we were filming in summer, which I think was pretty taxing for most people, especially on a beach during summer.
Okay, now.
As an actor, you know, there's a lot of different scenes in that film, like drowning scenes, which, you know, to really make it real, to make it look and seem and feel credible, it takes a little bit of, you know, placing yourself in that circumstance, quite a bit of it. Yeah.
Cameras rolling.
86.
Well, I've got to say the birthing scene, you know, because I've had babies, you know, and it made me cry. And it was fun to, you know, play around with that one. You're in there with the actors and they're really making you feel something. That's what it's all about.
I was so paranoid about that scene for months and months, but thinking, you know, how the fuck am I going to get that depth of, you know, how am I ever going to portray that? But then when it came to it, it was fun, yeah, and I just got into the zone, and it was the scene that I felt most real about because I let myself just go to a really raw place.
I can't do it. I can't go on.
If this is our life, I don't fucking want it!
You bastard!
There was like some intense scenes. I got to really release some intense anger and frustration, both in front of the camera, yeah, and behind, and you know, outside of that as well.
It was my script. I had very particular things about the weather, about the style of surfing, about the action, everything. So it was so hard to get exactly what I wanted, but I ended up getting exactly what I wanted anyway.
Bo didn't really want to wipe out. He didn't want to fall off. So that was pretty difficult. And I guess just, you know, some of the stuff where we were trying to shoot those underwater wipeout scenes where I had to hold my breath underwater and sort of the weights were a bit too heavy. And felt like I was just going to sink and stay on the bottom of the ocean.
Okay, let's go.
Can I use the loo? Being on a low budget and trying to make ends meet was really hard, but we did it.
We did have a very small budget from sponsors and supporters and producers, but it was hard to try and make everything work without much money, and I won't do that again.
I'm into planting little acorns and watching big trees grow. I think for relatively very few dollars we could pull together an intelligent crew with a great idea that had a lot of spark, and I sense that it is the germination of something much bigger.
If we can all help one another, someone's going to get up there and do some good. Someone's going to get some money one day. They're going to realise that there's good people out there, and they can just one telephone call and they'll have themselves a great crew and cast and a good team.
And I am so happy!
I had the great pleasure of watching a day's filming, and I've seen a lot of big movies made and a lot of the work that goes into the making them in history, and I thought this was extremely well thought out and extremely well executed. A great attention to detail.
It was great. It was hard. It was everything. Like at times I was like, I hate this, why am I doing it? And then other times I knew why I was doing it because it was amazing. But now I've finished the film and we've almost finished post-production, I sort of feel that it's been worth it and we've created something really amazing and beautiful, and I'm very proud.
It's been great. It's been fun. See you again.